Hey, and welcome to this lesson on solving rational equations. How can we solve rational equations? Well, first we need to simplify the rational expressions on each side of the equation, and then from there we're going to solve the rational equation just like we would solve any other equation. So in this lesson our goal is going to be to solve this equation for x. So this stuff looks crazy complicated, right? How do we get x? We can't just cross multiply. We can't just flip everything upside down. This is going to take a couple steps, but we know all the steps and we can apply that to finding x. The first thing we have to do is to be able to add these two these two rational expressions together. So I need a common denominator between all of these terms. So the common denominator here will be x times x minus 2, where x cannot be 0 or 2. Obviously, those are the excluded values. So I'm going to multiply the first one by x times x minus 2 over 1. And then I'm going to multiply the second one by x times x minus 2 over 1, and the third one by x times x minus 2 over 1. By doing that, all the factors, so pretty much I'm multiplying both sides of the equation by the same number, which is x times x minus 2 over 1. If I do that, I'm not changing the problem at all. Whatever I do to the left side, as long as I do it to the right side, it's okay. So I'm multiplying, I'm finding the smallest common denominator, and I'm multiplying those both sides of the equation by the common denominator. And what that's going to do is it's going to cancel out all of the factors. The reason why this is the common denominator is because it's the least common multiple of all the denominators. So, for example, the 10, x times x minus 2, well, it's got both factors in there. So both factors are both now in the numerator and the denominator, so they're going to divide to 1, and I'm going to get 10. For 4 over x, I have a common factor of x in the numerator and the denominator, so they'll divide to 1, and I'm left with 4 times x minus 2. And 5 over x minus 2, I'm left with x times x minus 2. I have a common factor of x minus 2 in the numerator and the denominator, divides to 1, and I'm left with 5x. So now I'm going to distribute this 4, and now it's starting to look more of a regular polynomial. We don't have a rational expression anymore. So now I'm going to combine like terms and isolate x, and I get x equals 2. So you can multiply both sides of the equation by the whole common denominator, or you can solve by converting the common denominator and then solving the numerators. So instead of multiplying each term by the common denominator, what you can do is you can multiply each term for what it needs in order to complete the common denominator. For example, 10 over x times x minus 2, common denominator is already there. I don't have to multiply it by anything. 4 over x, I need an x minus 2 in the denominator. So as long as I multiply this by 1, I'm not changing that value. So I need to multiply the numerator by x minus 2 as well. And for 5 over x minus 2, it's missing an x, so I'm going to multiply that term by x over x. And if I do that, I'll have 10 plus 4x minus 8 equals 5x, and every term is divided by x times x minus 2 Now, this step is a little easier to see. Is now if I multiply the entire equation, both sides of it, by x times x minus 2 all over 1, it's going to divide out all three denominators. And therefore, I'm left with the numerators. I can just add the numerators. 10 plus 4x minus 8 equals 5x. Solve for x, and I get the same answer, x equals 2. That's all I have for this lesson. Go ahead, study up, try your homework and assignments, and reach out if you need help.